Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsy69 and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be having another look at the M4A1 REV. It's a nice tank. It's been buffed in update 6.5 and it's now got 350 alpha per shot. Now, has it been buffed too much? Has it been buffed too much? Is it OP? Do you think it's now OP? I don't know if it's OP, but it is now an insane tank. Whether or not it's OP or not, I don't really know. But if you watch these three battles I have today, you might think it's OP. And it's if it's not OP, it's very close to being OP. The gun is now, with that extra DPM, the extra damage per shot, up to 350, it's now pretty much a heavy tank. I mean, heavy tanks in tier 7 or tier 8 does around 400 alpha. And a lot of the time, you're going to low roll into the 300s. Where this tank, because it has 350 alpha, you're going to get those high rolls that are near or close to the 400 alpha. And it means you're going to do a lot more shots that are over 300 damage. And before this buff, you'd get a lot of shots that were around 300 damage and less. So it all, obviously it's RNG for you, but now it's got the 300 alpha. You get more shots that are 350 alpha, sorry. You're going to get more shots that are near the 400 mark. I mean, 323, which is below the average on this at 350, but the next shot 346, where before this you'd be hitting 280, maybe 290. So it's now basically a heavy gun on a medium tank, and it now has, if I'm not wrong, I think I'm right, it's now the highest DPM medium tank in tier 8. It's not the highest DPM tank in tier 8, but it is the highest DPM medium. It's now overtook the CDC, which is a great tank. The CDC is a fantastic tank. But now with this, with the 350 alpha, you can reliably take out the lower hit point tanks. I mean, when they're 320 HP, a lot of the times before, you would have to shoot it twice, where now you're going to only have to shoot it once to clear it. So it is making a big difference. However, the armor on this tank is where I'm thinking it's not OP. Because of the armor, it's not got the greatest armor. I mean, the turret's okay. You can bounce from it. But you could be HE'd from the side. If you're side on, I've seen it happen quite a few times. If you're side on, then you could be HE'd. Now, against the Emil here, I mean, he should have used HE if I'm honest. But he's going to bring him down to a one shot anyway. It is a 3-on-4, and I love the fact that he's just sitting there, hiding behind him, so the other heavy and the other TD on the enemy team doesn't have any shots. Now, we know that there is one cap now in the base. The EXP is a one shot, so he's just going to rush in, and he is going to take the kill, which is a good rush. The tank wasn't looking, so it is a perfect rush. So now he is on 3,694 damage. Already a remarkable battle in a tier 8, and we know that the AT-15 is capping. Now, if I was honest, we know that the AT-15 is here. I would have gone to look for the heavy, and he now doesn't need to because he is around this area. So the T-29 is now coming towards, I mean, 370 alpha is a heavy tank. That's a heavy damage, and he's bouncing 310 from this T-29. So now the T-29 is a one shot. All it needs is hopefully is a one shot to clear him. And again, before the update, that may have taken 2 shots to kill him, which can be the difference between winning and losing. So now all that's left is the AT-15, and he is going to shoot heat into that, and the WZ is going to clear him. So great battle. Great battle indeed. 5,400 damage. He made it look really, really easy. It's also a nice credit earner. 140,000 credits. 1,519 base XP for that battle. So thank you for sending me that in. It was a really, really good battle. Next up we have Peter. I might have said that wrong. Peter. So we're going to call him Peter. And he's on Castilla. Now, this is an encounter game. And he's going to rush towards the hill up here, which is what normally medium tanks do. Now, his team only have 2 mediums, whereas the other team have 2 mediums and a light tank. So if they're the only 2 mediums that come this way, but the enemy, all 3 of them, they could be in a lot of trouble. But there's 2 great tanks, 2 T-54 Mod 1, which can bounce quite a lot of shots. And now this tank, the Rev, that can also bounce shots, but not reliably. But it has got that alpha. Now, first up is the T95E2. Again, 364 roll, which is a great roll. It's well above average. And is now going to flank round for the T49. And that is a 345 shot. So there goes one tank already. The SU-152, is it the ISU-152? Didn't last very long. So he's now in a great position. 351 shot there. He's in a very good position. He can just about use the gun depression, not so much now, but his other medium, the T-54 Mod 1, is with him. And there is a couple other tanks. Now, I love that. 438 high roll into that T-49. I know he's shooting HE, but that's still a great high roll for a medium tank. Now, the T95E2 is a one-shot. He gets that nice 400 alpha bounce there. So there goes one of the mediums, and CLA the T49 from the Smasher. So now he's going to get some shots in on that T34-2G. His team are dying around to the left. His team are dying, so it is 4 versus 5. 375 roll, which, again, these are heavy rolls in a medium tank with a medium reload. It is really, really, really good. 394 there, not even a high roll. And he's done nearly 400 damage, which is just, it's crazy. And then he gets a 309, so which is lower than average. So this battle he's done over 3k because I think he had that blind shot on the TD, the Chinese TD, and they've now bring it down to a 4 versus 3. His IS is very low hit points, and the Lerva is full hit points. There's a T43 here that is also full hit points. So they've got a lot of hit points to get through. And there is now an IS. So all 3 tanks alive are all full hit points. So he needs to pump out that damage, and he needs to do it quickly without taking damage in return. But he needs to back up and wait for his Mod 1 to come and help, because now the Lerva has just taken out the Smasher. It's now a 3 versus 3. So the Mod 1 has taken the attention. 438 roll again. So maybe he didn't shoot HE into the T49 when he got that high roll, but 438 high roll is crazy. It's crazy. Again, do you guys think the tank's OP? Do you guys? Because I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't think I've played the tank enough to say, yeah, this tank is OP. I haven't really played it a lot since, actually, I don't think I've even played it since the update. So I can't really say if it's OP. I'm only really watching, going by the replays that people have sent me. Since it's been buffed, I've received a lot of replays. And these are very good replays. I mean, we had just over 5,000 damage on the first one. We've now at the moment got 5,600 damage on the next one, and the next battle after is going to be equally as good. So he now is a 2-shot, 282 roll there from the Lerva. So finally, the Mod 1, they worked really well together. These 2 mediums actually worked really well together, and they've done a remarkable job. 5,900 damage, nearly 200,000 credits earned as well. So really good battle. 1,481 base XP. He took a few bounces. He did take a few bounces, which you can do on this tank with the gun depression it's got. You can get some troll bounces on the turret. But next up we have Jai Glissy Chef. We're going to call him Jai. And again, this battle is going to be a fantastic battle. 2 light tanks and a medium against 2 mediums and a light tank, and he is going to push towards C here, which is great. I mean, look at that shot. Didn't even have to aim. 349. What are these 2 guys doing? What are these 2 light tanks doing? What is this AMX doing? Oh my god, how absolute stupid can he be? What? I have no words. It's not like they wasn't spotted. It's not like the tanks wasn't spotted. He just went over to get some damage, and he gets absolutely wrecked doing it. And now there is an AMX 1375, which again, this guy makes the mistake because he's just poked forward and he's shooting the wrong targets. Why are you shooting these two tanks? Shoot the tank that is there. That's a one shot. Why are you not taking that kill? It's stupid. It's stupid. So Jai now has some free damage because his other tanks are around the area, and the tanks that are on the side of the hill are not looking. So he needs to be careful of this AMX because it's an autoloader, of course. And I think he is now on a reload, so he could poke up. They are a man down. They are one tank down, but he is going to get that shot in on the Panther. And again, before the update, that may have not killed him, which meant if he would have shot him, left him on a one shot, he would have probably been shot in return. And the same here for this AMX. He can comfortably take him out without risking putting him on a one shot. So he's now bring it down to a 5 versus 4. But there is the Pantera. Everyone knows at the moment the Pantera is a fantastic tank. I wouldn't say it's OP, but it is such a good tank at the moment, and especially if the guy is using it right with the auto reloader. If he's got all of his shells reloaded, he can really do damage to this Rev. But luckily, Jai knows what he's doing, and he is going to take him out for his third kill. So 2 minutes gone, just over 2 minutes gone. There's 3 tanks down for the enemy, 2 for his team, and he's already on 3,400 damage. And now he's just going to get some side shots into the Carnarvon, and at the moment, he is not being challenged whatsoever. He does get shot there. I thought he was in actually a good position, and look at that, 372, and he manages to take him out. Perfect. That definitely wouldn't have took that tank out, which meant he would have probably took another shot if that Carnarvon was before the update. He definitely wouldn't have done a 370 roll. So at the moment, he is on 4,800 damage. 4,800 damage. He's on 4 kills, and it is 4 against 3. He's going to want to get the SU. The SU, the 152, is the only tank on the enemy team that can one-shot this guy. And if he comes out sideways, he can actually quite comfortably HE him and kill him, pretty much. So instead, he's going to go for the IS. The IS is now a one-shot. They are losing on supremacy points, so they do need to be careful. And again, I don't know what that IS is doing. And he's now on 5,300 damage with 5 kills. The AMX there is a one-shot. He is going to poke forward to take care of him, which will just leave the SU-152. Is he looking? Very, very risky there. Very risky indeed. He wanted to go for the kill, and he almost paid the price. But nevertheless, he gets the kill. 7 kills. 5,600 damage, 180,000 credits, 1,694 base XP. So that is the new Rev, guys. A very, very good tank now. It's got that 350 alpha. If it comes, definitely worth buying and have some fun in it. I'm Meadsy. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.